Hi, this is a brief message for those that are taking the beginning CSC 160 class for C++, and it is going over the program that we did in class today on the rainfall, and I'm just going to go over a few things. Again, just the basics are required for this program, and if you have any questions or problems, please go ahead and contact me, preferably through Teams, like in a comment on this video that I'm recording in our class. So I will go ahead and share the screen and bring up the program. First of all, again, just a reminder, comment header is worth 5 points. And if you notice then, I had the calculated rainfall, which I did yesterday, and I added a modification that added a loop and handling for more than 1 year. And the reasons why I did this is because I wanted to answer questions. And so this is why I'm going to go ahead and go over this with you. If you notice, I have various things defined before I do a do loop. Again, this is a curly brace. And as soon as you get down to the curly brace, then anything defined inside of it will go away. So for example, if I wanted to check the rep car equal to quote y unquote, if it is defined within the do loop here instead of outside the do loop, the program will not know anything about that variable or attribute, and so therefore would not exist. Some of this is repeating of what was done before. Again, for this program, you do not have to have the months named. This is only because some people ask how to do it, and so I'm just showing you that. But again, you can just ask on the loop for month 1 through month 12. Again, make it 1 through 12 instead of 0 through 11. And technically, you don't need the num months in this bracket because it will figure out how long the list needs to be or array needs to be by how many elements are in there. And this has, again, January through December is 12 elements. So we went ahead and created the array of months as 12 elements, which contain the names of the months. The double rain total, I'm just initializing total to 0 to begin with, but I will take care of that later. And then I'm having a string repeat, so I can type in something at the end. Again, somebody asked me how to go about having it so that it would repeat more than once. And so I'm just showing that. But again, that is not required in this program. If you want to do it, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. So then there's a string I read in at the end, which is just stored in the name of the variable being repeat. And then I'm also getting a character. So it's single character, single byte long. That's called repchar. And that then is used to store the first character of the string repeat. So then I again set total equals 0 within this do loop because this do loop is for any particular given year. And in order to find out the total and the average for any particular year, I need to set the totals to 0 so I can add up the rainfall for each month. On this, then I'm doing a for loop to go through 12 months. And again, I just want you to get into the habit of having a constant that describes the end value so that you can go ahead and just loop through that many times. If you want, you can also have a variable in there that you read in and go through that many times. But right now, we'll just have a constant. And going through the for loop, I am giving it an integer, I, which means then that integer, this integer, since it is defined for this loop, as soon as I get to the end of the for loop, it goes away. It cannot be used again. If I want it outside, then I have to have an int defined someplace outside of the do loop, and then just have I equals 0 here. And if you wanted to just use numbers instead of names, then you could have just int I equals 1, colon I less than or equal to num months, I plus plus, where the I plus plus increments by 1. Since we're using the names of the month, then if you notice, I have a C out, and then input rainfall for a month, and notice I have a space here, and then I put out months sub I, which to begin with, first time through is for the string January, then February, etc. And then I have a colon space, so then I can read the amount of rain and add to the total first time through. It'll be total be 0, and I'll just keep on adding to it. And if I wanted to, I could type in a decimal number, and it just goes ahead and totals it up. Then I print out the total. Then I notice I don't save the value of total divided by 12 months any place. I just go ahead and do the calculation within my print statement, and that's adequate. The end L means end of line. Then I say, do you want to enter another year? Then yes, no. And I read it into the repeat, which I had set up as a string. Then I get the first character by saying to lower. And then remember, all a string is an array, just like this is an array of characters. So I get the first character of that array, and then rep char is a character, so I'm just comparing it to the letter Y, and that's why it's single quotes here. Strings are always in double quotes like this. Single characters are always in single quotes or Y. So why don't we go ahead and run through this. I will go ahead and build it and then debug it. Start debugging. Then start typing in and notice it has everything ready to go. Then I can type in anything I want. Like if I even type in, yep, it's only going to take the first character, then convert it to a lowercase, which already is. And then it allows me to go through it again. And then notice I accidentally typed in 8, and I'm only checking for Y right now. If I want to do a more inclusive check, I could check for both Y and N, but I'm just checking for Y. And if it's not Y, it will exit. So then I typed in an 8 accidentally, and notice it will exit the program. Hopefully this has been helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Bye.